here, sharing in our exciting news here in the University of Montevallo Athletic Department. In just a moment, I'll hand things over to University of Montevallo President Dr. John Stewart before we hear from Athletic Director Mark Richard. Mark will then introduce our new head coach of the women's basketball program. After we hear from our new coach, we'll open the room for a few questions. There will be an opportunity for one-on-one interviews after the press conference. So thank you all for being here again. We invite everyone to stick around after the press conference. We'll have a short reception with our new coach. And with that, I will turn things over to Dr. John Stewart.
Well, we have a very, very exciting announcement, and I'll let our athletics director, Mark Richard, talk about our new women's basketball head coach in a minute. But I can tell you, it's somebody who will understand what we say. I mean, Montevallo family. Nice to have a coach with another child to bring in. We appreciate that, Coach Gary. And I'll let Mark introduce his family, but we're happy to have Courtney and Kate here too. And I guess what I would say is we talk a lot every year when the student athletes come back, and especially when the coaches come back, Mark, we talk a lot about 3 or 4 priorities. And one is that we'll always keep our student athletes safe and healthy and having a good experience. And 2, we talk about other priorities such as compliance and making sure that we're always doing things in a first-class way, and that our athletics program always represents this university in a first-class way. 3 is that we would graduate these student athletes, that we would give them a very precious Montevallo degree. And 4 is that we would win. Not the most important thing, but student athletes here, you know that when you win games, it's a lot more fun, it's a better experience than when you lose. And we feel like we've got a coach that's going to deliver on all 4 of those accounts. And I'll let Mark tell you a little more about Coach Gary, but I will tell you he's been here before at Montevallo, and in a big way. It's not every day you have a Hall of Famer come back and do a round 2. It's a little bit like Arnold Palmer coming back to the Masters. So with that, Mark, I'll bring you up and let you do the formal introduction. And I'll take the T-Rex back with me.
Thank you, President Stewart. Welcome, everybody. I appreciate everyone being here today. Got a great crowd. Our student athletes are here. I'd like to welcome Courtney and Kate to the Montevallo family. Thank you for being here, and really excited. Thank you, Dr. Stewart, for your leadership. He's not only a leader, but he's also a supporter. He's a fan of our athletic department. Something that's very, very important. All of us got to be working and pulling the same way. So thank you very much, Dr. Stewart. Also, I want to recognize the search committee for the women's basketball coach. Deanna Smith, our Vice President for Business Affairs, Dr. Benton Tyler, who's our Faculty Athletics Rep, Cedric Norman, the Assistant Director of Student Life, and our Assistant Athletic Directors, Don Makovsky and Michael Chadwick. We began this process in early March, and we worked our way through. It takes a lot of extra work. We have a lot on our plates, but it's been a fulfilling process, and it culminates here today with you guys. So thank you very much. Just a background on Coach Van Atta. As we said, it's not very often you get to hire a Hall of Fame coach, and that's what we're going to do here today. He's been very, very successful as a head coach, but to have success, it takes a lot of people working together, especially your family. A few of his highlights. At Montevallo, he won 166 games, reached the NAIA Final Four, and won the Gulf South Conference Championship in 1996. He left Montevallo as the school's winningest coach in school history. He went to UT Martin, was co-champions in the OVC in 1999, and when he left UT Martin, he was the winningest coach in school history. He's been the head coach at Trevecca Nazarene for the past 11 years, and one of the highlights was he was the 2008 NAIA runner-up. He left Trevecca Nazarene as the all-time winningest coach. So you can see there's a common theme there. But what I like most about Coach Van Atta is every scholarship student athlete who's played for Coach Van Atta has graduated, mostly with honors. It's not about building championships, it's about building championship people for life. And that's what I like a lot. So I looked back a little bit, I pulled out the 1995-96 media guide out of our sports information office. And And in that media guide it says, and I'll quote, Van Atta's original challenge in 1989 was to win, provide stability, gain national recognition, be competitive at national level, and graduate his players. All of this at a school where during the first 18 years of organized basketball, the average wins per season was less than 8, and the average coaching tenure was 3 years. Here we are in 2016, 27 years later, we're offering the same challenge. I've been told that history has a tendency to repeat itself, and that's exactly what we're looking to do, have history repeat itself. I'd like to introduce to you the next women's basketball coach at the University of Montevallo, Gary Van Atta. Coach Van Atta.
I'm not really sure I need this, but I might, so I'll hang to it here. Nice to be home. It really is. I know that maybe I wasn't born here, but I can tell you that I started my basketball career right here. I noticed I saw Dr. Leon Davis here a little while ago. He was the athletic director at the time, and he took a chance on a young guy that had a dream and gave me a chance to be here. And I'll thank you many times, Dr. Davis, but I really appreciate the opportunity then and now. And also, it's kind of deja vu again, is that the president at the time was Dr. John W. Stewart. It wasn't this guy. But I found out later that they seem to have a lot in common. And one thing they have in common, I know more than anything else, is their passion for the University of Montevallo. And I want you to know that I share that passion. In the 21 years that I've been gone here, I spent a lot of time looking in my rearview mirror. By that I mean, I was told a long time ago, when you start on a journey, you don't have to look behind, you don't have to look forward. But this is one of the places I could never help but always glimpse in the mirror to find out what was going on. Several times I had the opportunity to make phone calls and maybe suggest when there was a coaching change or even an athletic director's change. And when I started wanting to know and cared about what was going on. The thing about me is I have three main things that I'm all about. I'm all about my faith, I'm all about my family, and I'm all about the future. And I hope that all three of those things can come true for me here at the University of Montevallo once again. My faith, 2 Corinthians 5, verse 17 says, paraphrase, the old is gone and the new is come. And that's exactly what we're talking about. And that's not only this job, but it's every day. It's every new challenge. It's every opportunity that comes along in life. It's here one day, it's gone the next. So you got to plan for the next thing that's going to happen. I appreciate all the nice things that they said about me earlier. Sometimes I told them, they hand me an opportunity to read the press release. I told them I had to look at it 3 or 4 times. I'm still not sure that was me. But I know one thing, it may be part of my history, my past, but it's not about who I am in the future. What I am in the future starts today. And it doesn't matter what I've done there, it doesn't matter where my face is, it doesn't matter anything about who's here before, who's whatever. It's all about what's going to happen next. And I'll just tell you right now, the reason I'm here is because of my family. This is a great opportunity for me and my family to come together and align our careers and raise a family one more time in a city that's been so good to me. My daughter is now 26. I have a grandson who's 1 year old. I have a 2-year-old who's calling my name out right now. Come here, Kate. This is my son, Kate, right here. Can you say hi to everybody? Ready? This is what it's all about right here. I'm a family person. like I said, I raised my daughter here. I went to her when I told her that I was considering going back to the University of Montevallo. I expected her to be really upset with the new grandson and a lot of exciting things going on in her life. And the comments she made to me when I saw her start to well up in tears were like, you're going to raise my little brother the same way you raised me. That's awesome. It really is. To come here and share with Courtney, the love of my life. I mean, she came into my life at a time when, it was very, very difficult for me. And she has been the sunshine in my life, no pun intended, this guy right here. She's my life partner, head basketball coach. I'm glad she's with me and not against me. But this gave us an opportunity to come down and do this as a family. Like I said, I have a lot of people that I can say thank you to for all the opportunities and things that I've done in the past. But from a basketball standpoint, my family's always been behind me. They'll continue to be behind me. From a basketball standpoint, every accolade that you got a little while ago, it's not me. It's the student athletes that gave me the right and the privilege to coach them and be a part of their life. I see some of them here today that were here when I first came here. Shonda Willoughby married Michael Chadwick, bless her heart. Rita Hill, her sister Quita, twins here, and then Catherine Reed. They were all here when I first got here. We brought them here to come play. And they're the reason that those things you heard about, what supposedly I did here at the University of Montevallo, it was them, it wasn't me. And everything that happens from this day forward is going to be about you. Whether you're a basketball player, whether you're a soccer player, whether you're a student, athlete of any time, or whether you're just a student who loves the University of Montevallo, it's all about you. This is your school. You're going to make this school be what it is. You're going to get out of this school what you put into it. And I had a coach told me a long time ago, it's not about the X's and the O's, it's about the Jimmys and the Joes. So it's all about you as far as student athletes are concerned. You're going to be my number one concern, whether you play for me, whether you don't. Whether you ever step on the court, if you're here and you're wearing a University of Montevallo women's basketball jersey, you're important to me. And I know you're important to this university. Thank you so much once again for the opportunity to come home, and I'm ready to get started. Thank you.
Here to ask a couple of questions, so we'll open up the floor.
If you have any questions, I'll be glad to answer those.
Alex, what changes would you like to bring around the program on the court and off the court in your second season?
Well, one of the things I once again asked about changes. I'm not real familiar with all the things that have gone through in the past. All I can do is look from the surface and look in. And I'll tell you what's important to me. If there are changes, they're changes. If they're not, then they're not. But what we're going to do is we're going to emphasize, start from this core and work our way. It's like your heart. Everything starts with your heart, and then you come to your arms and your legs and everything else. You want it all to work together. So we're going to start here at this core, with the University of Montevallo in the center, geographic center of the state of Alabama, and work out from there to Shelby County, to Jefferson County, to Montgomery, to Mobile, to Florence. And we're going to make sure they understand that we're serious about what we're doing here at the University of Montevallo, and not just only as a basketball program, but as a university. I saw that vision in the administration, saw that in the president, saw that in our athletic director, and that's one thing that hasn't changed. That's to make sure. I was talking to assistant athletic director earlier. One thing that people said about Rebecca when I was there, it was, it's a best kept secret in Nashville. Who wants to keep that type of thing a secret? University of Montevallo is one of the greatest secrets in education. The diamond is. Let's tell everybody about it. Let's let that diamond shine. So everybody know how great we are, what kind of university we are, what we stand for. So that's how I feel about it. You know, we're gonna make that change by making sure that everybody knows. I want everybody to hear our voice. You know, you watch. I've got a 2-year-old. One of his favorite movies is Important Here's the Who. You know, and at the end, you know, they want everybody to hear, so they yell, they get louder and louder and louder. And it just took that one voice that was missing to break through the atmosphere so that everybody could hear that there was such a place. That it wasn't going to be something that you just expect. So that's what we want every voice to be heard. You know? It's important.
Coach, you said that whenever you left Montevallo, there was always something about this place that kind of kept you to stay down and looking back at what was going on here. What about this place kept you kind of looking at what was going on here? What about this opportunity specifically? Did you kind of, when did you kind of know this was the right place to come back to?
Well, that's a great question because, believe it or not, the student athletes that have been in contact with me the most over the years have been the players that played for the year. Matter of fact, I've heard more things about them. There's a young lady in here that was a teacher of the year not too long ago in the state of, maybe not the state of that, but in her area. And I happened to read a story that she put out when she was given that award. She credited some of that to me, and I didn't know. So you never know what kind of influence you have on people when you touch people's lives. And sometimes you come back and you get a chance to hear that. You know, and it just reaffirms what you've done and how you did. It's that type of thing. And that's the kind of place that Montevallo is. You can look at Montevallo a lot of ways. You can look at it as a small town, as a country town, as a rural town, or is it just a special place where everybody has an opportunity to be themselves, grow and mature, and be the kind of individual person that you want to be. And I'm one of those kind of people that believe that the most important place in the world to be is where you are right now. You know, you made that choice, let's celebrate that. And Montevallo is one of those kind of places to help you celebrate where you are and who you are and what you are. And it's just something I've never forgotten. It's evidence about the people that show up here that I've seen and known from church, going to church here, from the administration to the players, to just friends that I met when I was here. It's just a place that doesn't let go of me. You know?
As just one follow-up, when you left, did you think you might come back? Is that always
It's like on the way to Florida, I might stop in on I-65. You know, in the world of coaching, I guess sometimes you never think about. You might look back, but you never go back. You know, that's what makes it so special. It really does, because I'm probably going against the norm, but I'm following my heart. You know, and that's to me the most important thing an individual can do. Like I said, those three things I talked about are important to me: my faith, my family, and the future. It all has to do with your heart. And I hope I'm following it the way I need to. You know? It brings up something. I got a letter from one of my current players. She asked me not to open it until she got out of my sight, and it made me cry. I mean, I told the girls earlier I'm an emotional guy. I'll cry in a heartbeat. If you think men don't cry, I'm not a man. You know? But that's just the way it is. I wear my emotions on my sleeve. And during a basketball game, I may get up in a chair unless the referee tells me to get down. But I may be up there. I'm going to be our players' biggest fan. You know, we're going to work hard, no question. You know, we're going to study hard, no question. We're going to play hard, no question. But are we going to have fun while we're doing it? Absolutely. One of my players wrote this to me. She's going to be a senior next year. She was very sad about the fact that I was leaving. But in her letter to me, it said, my eyes may be mine, but the vision I saw was yours. And that's what it's all about. We don't ever win another game. If I don't ever do anything else, if I can touch some person's life, what a challenge. My vision better be good, right? I better have the right vision. So that's what's important to me. And like I said, I hope to instill that in our players. Once again, I'm going to be the greatest spokesperson I can for our athletic department. Dr. Stewart, I promise you, everywhere I go, University of Montevallo will put the forefront, everybody will know where I'm from, what I'm doing. It's important.
All right, thanks, Coach. Appreciate it. We'll get that after press conference.